For a whole decade, Mercedes completely dominated Formula 1 races and championships. This year, the team was unable to win a single race. Recent reports talk about Toto Wolff as a principal cause of the team's result. However, Wolff declared that he's preparing for a tremendous change in the car for next year. What is Toto Wolff is preparing exactly, and why he was accused of being behind this failure? Let's find out. Toto Wolff, who turned 50 this year, is, with all criticism he's receiving this year, is still one of the best team bosses in the recent history of Formula 1, the world's fastest motorsports. In January 2013, Wolff left Williams F1 to become an executive director of the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 team. He took the team in charge between 2014 and 2021. The team won the World Championship 8 years in a row, which was an exceptional achievement, with Mercedes star Lewis Hamilton, who won 6 individual world titles during these years, bringing his career to a total 7, being the closest to break the record of 8 titles, which has never been. Wolff was able to understand his team's star needs and provide him with all what he needed to win. Hamilton actually considers Toto Wolff as a friend. I couldn't think of a better friend. I couldn't think of a better boss. However, great things don't last long. This season, Wolff and Mercedes have failed to win a single race. Hamilton has never gone a season without winning at least one race. With only 3 races left, seeing Wolff and Mercedes lose their way feels weird looking to the strong shape they had last year. We've not gone from being 8-time winning World Championship team to not being able to build cars. It's wrong this year. We've tried and tried and failed, and tried and tried and failed, said Lewis Hamilton. The latest regulations involving generating more downforce from the bottom of the car marked the end of Mercedes' dominance in the world of Formula 1 during all the hybrid engine decade. Wolff was described as perfectionist, and this was taken as inconvenient, which didn't help the team, especially this year with these conditions. Although, with his super strong mindset, Toto Wolff is doing his best without caring for all the criticism he receives because of his choices. Mercedes' performance this year didn't allow them to catch the first place. Circus earned the cause. For example, Mercedes have gone well over the years in Austin, Texas, with Lewis Hamilton winning 5 of the 10 events and Bottas achieving another win for the Silver Arrows. But this year, Max Verstappen finished first, declaring Red Bull officially champion of the season. But for the Mexican Grand Prix, statistics are actually equal. The race in the Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit, returned in 2014, has been won 3 times by Mercedes and 3 times by Red Bull. But the last 2 victories have been for the Milton Keynes team. Whether the race in Mexico will be kind to Hamilton and Mercedes this weekend or not, this is one of the 3 last chances for Hamilton and his team to pick up a win before the season is officially closed. After the Mexican Grand Prix, Brazil is the next hope for Lewis Hamilton to continue his run of winning a race in every season he has driven in Formula 1. In order to not miss this record, before heading to the final event of the year in Abu Dhabi, this final destination hides bad memories for Hamilton and his team during the hybrid era, taking 6 wins from 8. So yes, Red Bull have won the last 2 at the Formula 1 season final, including the controversial one in 2021, where Mercedes and Hamilton dominated the race, only to be denied by a late safety car and a missed pit stop opportunity. Max Verstappen won that day, and Red Bull were accused of cheating because of the budget cap breach during that time. Despite all this, Mercedes staff continued to work on upgrades all over the year and start working on the 2023 car concept since now, including all the conclusions took this year and avoiding all the mistakes they did. The 2023 car concept will be exceptional for Silver Arrows. Toto Wolff, commenting on this, said the DNA of Mercedes Formula 1 car is going to change in 2023. The Brockley squad are changing the car architecture to resolve the chassis issues they faced in the W13. The team will also try to benefit from the increased wind tunnel time for aerodynamic development in 2023, and if Mercedes remain 3rd in the standings until the end of the season, it would have been 14% more wind tunnel running than Red Bull next year, which will be definitely an advantage, as explains Toto Wolff. From that point, it was significant disadvantage so far because of all of 2021. We were the leading team, and then we won the Constructors' Championship. So all the first half of the 2022, we had 7% less wind tunnel time than the 18th month before Red Bull, and much less than Ferrari. Now it swings the other way around. Compared to Red Bull, we're going to have 14% more if we finish 3rd. So that overtime is exactly what the regulation were designed for, to give us the potential to take the advantage out to claw it back. Wolff didn't continue confirming that changes and upgrades are being more than he expected, saying the car's DNA will be changed referring to the depth of the improvements. The DNA of the car is going to change for next year. That's clear. It doesn't necessarily mean that our bodywork is going to look very different, but certainly what is the part of the DNA of the car, the architecture of the car, will change for next year. Lewis Hamilton, especially after the American Grand Prix, prefers his team introduces some upgrades to improve the car's performance on the straights, said after the race that he thought Mercedes had taken a step in the right direction before Verstappen took advantage on the straights. Hamilton believes his team's next season's car still needs more details to be added and worked on. I think under DRS they're like 35 km faster than us. If we're behind them, we're like 22 km faster. I think it is with DRS on the back straight, so he came from a long way back. But even without the DRS, I think there's still something like 8 km up on us, so we've got a lot of time being lost on straight, probably 4/10 at least a lap, and so we've got some improvements to make for next year's car. However, Lewis is encouraged by how close they came to victory. Talking to Sky Formula 1 after the end of the race, he praised all his team's hard work and apologized for not being able to win the race in Austin. What I'll take from today is that we had good pace. I'm still here, and I know that when they build the car, I will take it to the top. We've just to keep on working. I would like to say a big thank you to my team. Everyone back at the factory is working so hard, and it has been such a trying year for everyone. We came here with upgrades. They worked so hard to bring those upgrades in, and it really had an effect, so we were close today. I'm really proud of everybody. Sorry I couldn't get the win. I gave it absolutely everything. What do you think about these upgrades, guys? Are Mercedes really coming back next year? Can this car upgrade help Lewis Hamilton and his team to be back on stage? Tell us in the comments section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Formula 1 content. That was all for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.